Here, Abel Sanchez goes again, running his mouth. And at the end of the day, if, decision versus Canelo in a rematch doesn't go his way, he going to be making more excuses than a man going to jail. But we back at the Box Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Back on the boxing grind. And, Abel Sanchez tells on the Ropes Radio that ain't no pressure to get the knockout. Versus Canelo, he said Canelo drastically changed last time, and he still lost, and we ain't gonna do nothing different. Basically, that's what he's saying. We gonna do the same thing we did the first time, and expect, different results. And they true. I mean, if you truly believe you won, why change anything? If you truly believe it was the blowout like you said it was, why change anything? But look who you're dealing with. You're dealing with Oscar De La Hoya. You're dealing with Golden Boy. You're dealing with Canelo. I mean, don't you think these guys should push for the knockout? Because Triple G didn't go balls to the wall. That wasn't the big drama show that you've seen versus Willie Monroe, versus Dominic Wade, versus Ishida, versus Macklin, versus Adamo, versus Proska. That wasn't that same guy. That wasn't the same guy that fought David Lemieux. Triple G was not selling out for a knockout. But that's what happens when you make it to this type of level. When you get to the elite level in boxing, you don't score knockouts like that. Everybody knows that when you get to a certain level, the knockouts stop coming usually. It's exception, probably like the heavyweight division. But guys are more durable. Guys know how to roll punches. Guys are better defensively. Guys can take it on the chin better. They're more experienced. They're more savvy. And I think Abel Sanchez, his statement on not wanting to push for the knockout it's not a bad statement, but in his situation, I think it's an ignorant statement. Because you dealing with in their opinion, they feel like they dominate the fight, and you got to draw. So what does that tell you? You need to get a knockout. You need to be doing things differently. And if you ain't gonna train any different, guess what? You get the same result. You know what that is? It's called insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, you're expecting a different result. And he's expecting a different result this time. Maybe he knows that this fight is in New York. The press conference is slated for February 27th. So a venue must be close or already locked in. And if it's in New York City, then I agree with him. I mean, don't change nothing. Do what you did last time. Everybody seen it. They thought you won. And maybe in New York City you get denied. But we know Canelo is going to fight different. He going to bring something different to the table, contrary to what people believe. This was his first real fight at 160 pounds. Because everything else is at 155 and 164 and a half versus Chavez Jr. He looked really, really small versus Chavez Jr. But they did a million pay-per-view, so he got the job done, didn't get the stoppage. But he looked really, really small. Like, compared to Chavez, he looked really, really small. But, I mean, it was a lot that Triple G can improve on this fight. I thought Canelo won by a point or two. It was my opinion. I mean, I think people didn't give Canelo credit for ring generalship, for making Golovkin miss, and then at times making him pay. I mean, defense gets you ring generalship. I mean, everybody giving credit for Golovkin missing a lot of punches, and he landed some as well. But you don't get credit for just coming forward and missing punches. And if his punches were so clean and so effective, I mean, history tells us that he should have got the knockout, right? But he wasn't. He wasn't getting full leverage on those punches. He wasn't committing to those punches because he was scared or thoughtful. Let me use a better word. He was really thoughtful and mindful of what was coming back from Canelo. And people say, well, Canelo don't punch that hard and Triple G can walk straight through him. It's not about that. People say Floyd didn't punch that hard, but he knocked out Ricky Hatton with a shot that Ricky Hatton didn't see coming. So counter punching, when you hit a guy while his muscles are relaxed and he's not bracing for the punch, yeah, you can hurt him and knock him out. And that's what Triple G was worried about. The counter punch. It wasn't the fact that, Canelo got a big left hook or a good uppercut. It was coming off a counter and getting hit with something you didn't see coming. That can hurt you because you're not bracing for it. So that's understandable. But I believe that, he needs to start off a little faster. And I believe he needs to try to go to the body a little bit more and kind of take the air out of the tires of Canelo and make him a stationary target. and, you know, bring the jab up and down. That'd be nice, like maybe to the solar plex and bring it up and work it up and down. Try to get Canelo, you know, confused and try to get him in a freeze point and freeze position, and then hit him. But, you know, he hit him with some nice shots, but Canelo rolled a lot of those shots. Canelo rolled with the punch and tried to deliver. He didn't deliver enough on the counter like he should have, but I thought he did enough to win. I won't argue about it. Golovkin fought a good fight. People like to see people come forward, no matter if it's effective or not effective. You had people saying that Brandon Rios was up versus Danny Garcia, or was a close fight because he was coming forward and doing his thing. But, you know, like I said, Abel, I mean, it's going to be a totally different story after this fight, you know. Oh, if they lose, you know, all he did was run and you know, we wasn't prepared for that and we should have changed some things. You know what he's going to say. He always reneges. He always eats his words. And it comes to a point like, why is this dude opening his mouth? Just shut up and train and then come up with your excuses after the fact. Because before the first fight, then they say, oh, if we don't get the knockout, it's on us. You know, if we don't get the knockout, we deserve to get robbed. We didn't get the knockout, and you pretty much got robbed in your own people, you know, point of view. And they said, oh, it was 8-3. The fight was no 8 rounds to 3. Get out of here. And he said he doesn't see Triple G getting old or stuff of that nature. I mean, he probably right. He see him in the gym every day. And a lot of people say, oh, he's getting older. No, he's fighting better competition. And that's what it is. But, like I said, he's going to be eating words if they lose. There's going to be some type of excuse. It's going to be yada D, yada die. But, you know, I don't hold stock in what Abel Sanchez says too much. I don't hold stock into it. He's a world-class trainer. But he's also a world-class, you know, backtracker. And they know they need to do things different to win the fight. You have to. If you come in the same way you came in the last fight with the same game plan, and maybe this is they omitting that Triple G can't change. He is what he is, and I believe he is. He's very limited, athleticism wise, very limited. So maybe they omitting that. You know what? You know, we're gonna try to be big drama show. Come, you know, do what we did the first time. Maybe step it up a little bit and try to take a chance. But he said that, Triple G ain't never been a providing call for Rios. He never been cautioned in the win. That's BS. He let people hit him on the chin. He takes something to get some. All of a sudden, he's not Rios providing the call for now when he gets to this level. Yes, because they know guys are more surgical, guys are more tactical, guys are more on point. So yes, now he's gonna fight more of a safety type of caution fight against Canelo Alvarez because he's afraid of the counter coming back. And if they don't change, and they do the same thing in the first fight, and I see what Canelo's doing in the gym, he's going to Colorado, high altitude training, he's working on movement, this is the second fight, really at 160. I can see Canelo dominating him, but I think they're going to change some things in the gym. It might not be major, but it'll be minor. It'll still be a close fight.